not an immigration attorney, not legal advice, but we are in this mid ground between, like, is it safe to travel? Can I travel? / what does ICE want? And it feels weird to tell people not to travel because we should. We're allowed to. And I mean, if you look at the numbers, yes, people are being held or hassled, but it's like thousands of people come into the United States every day. I don't know what the exact number is, but it's like 1 in 10,000 people are getting hassled, 1 in like a million are getting turned around. There's the Canadian actress who got like held for 10 days. There's other people who have been like had something similar, like 4 to 14 days in an ICE facility, like whatever. The way the media is hyping those stories is kind of my best guess is like, well, if we do this and we freak out enough people, they just won't travel because, we can't stop everybody. But it seems that there's this like intentional hype of like Canadian actress. Everything in me says fight, travel. Don't let them stop you from moving because when they've got you feeling trapped, it's one of those abuser tricks like you can't leave the house. There was a lawyer today I saw on TikTok who was like, don't leave the country, don't come into the country. It was a little panicky, and since it was his username and his phone number, I'm guessing he's really trying to drum up business. Do I think he has a point? Yeah. If you don't want the hassle, if you have a green card, if you have a visa, I wouldn't travel in the next 4 years. Travel at your own risk. If you are not an American and you have plans to come visit America for family, for vacation, for whatever in the next 4 years, do us the favor and don't. Because the administration currently doesn't give a shit whether or not we get stuck in ICE for a couple days. Companies care when tourist dollars stop. A lot of people right now are very busy, like, well, if it's all coming to an end, we're gonna go to Disney. I would save that $5,000 for a rainy day, but okay. But when tourist dollars stop, that is when companies pay attention, and it is only when companies are hurting that they will say anything to Trump like, what the fuck are you doing at the borders? That's our money you're blocking from coming in here. If in the next 4 years you have any travel plans to come to the United States, please don't. Keep yourself and your money in your country. Go somewhere else. Help an American out by not coming. Because when your tourist dollars aren't here, and you're not renting cars, when you're not taking airplane seats, when you're not booking hotels, when you're not eating at restaurants, when you're not buying Broadway tickets, when you're not going to Disney, that's when corporations will care because they're not making as much money. Americans will already be squeezed. We are already losing our opportunities to travel as much, to do as much. And seriously, to all Americans, start talking to your family now about we're not flying out for Christmas this year. You want to show a real impact? Don't show up for the holidays. Yes, it's going to suck not to see grandma, but if you want to do yourself a favor and really stick it to the man, don't take a train, don't take a plane, don't take a boat. Stay home for the holidays and spend as little as possible. Because they don't care if we suffer. They don't care if we don't whatever. They care about their own pockets. Government doesn't give a fuck if we're mad. But if American Airlines is mad, that's different. We don't go to Disney. What does Disney care? Disney doesn't hit its profit margins. They're going to care. They're going to say something to Trump. Why aren't people coming? Well, it could be the threat at the border of us coming to, see Mickey. Expect a hassle at the border. I don't know how else to say it. Kind of plan or book that into your day. Don't travel out of the country if you can't afford to stay out of the country for a couple years. I don't say that because I don't want people to resist. I say that because realistically, you go to Turkey on vacation. You try to come home from Turkey and they say no and they send you back to Turkey. How are you going to survive in Turkey until you can come back? Do you have the money and resources to do that? Because if you look at the numbers, they're not stopping everybody. But it's almost like the media is helping by highlighting the stories of the people they are stopping, because that's doing ICE's work for them. But at the same time, they are stopping some people, and they are making it miserable. I am supposed to take my mom up to Canada in April. She's a green card holder. Do I want to see what happens if she's held in ICE for a week or two? That's never a question I've had to freak out about before. But seriously, if you have a choice, don't come to the United States. Please help us by denying the US your tourist dollars. Because it's only when corporations hurt that they will try to step in and do something. As long as the dollars keep flowing, corporations aren't going to give a shit.